Most people believe earning money and building wealth are the same thing. They aren't. In fact, confusing these two ideas is one of the biggest financial mistakes people make, and it quietly keeps millions stuck in the same cycle for decades. You can earn money your entire life and still never become wealthy. You can also build wealth without ever having the highest income in the room.
People are spending money they don't have on things they don't need to impress people.
That gap isn't about luck, talent, or background. It's about understanding a difference no one explains clearly enough. Earning money is about today. Building wealth is about tomorrow, and every tomorrow after that. Let's break this down in a way that actually makes sense.
Making your money make money. What are you currently doing with your money? Are you keeping it at home? Are you putting it under your...
Earning money means you are compensated for effort. You show up, you perform a task, you get paid. It can be hourly, salaried, commission-based, but at its core, it's transactional. Time and energy are exchanged for income, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, earning money is necessary. It's how bills are paid. It's how survival is handled. It's how most people begin their financial journey. But here's the hidden truth. Earning money has an expiration date. You can only work so many hours. You can only handle so much stress. You can only stay healthy and productive for so long. Even the highest-paying jobs eventually hit limits, physical, mental, or structural. Wealth, on the other hand, doesn't depend on how tired you are. Building wealth means creating something that keeps generating value long after the initial effort is done. It's about accumulation, ownership, and compounding. It's slow at first, invisible for a long time, and misunderstood by most people watching from the outside. That's why this difference stays hidden, because earning money looks impressive early, while building wealth looks boring. Someone earning a high salary appears successful immediately. Nice lifestyle, respect, stability. Someone building wealth often looks ordinary, sometimes even behind. They reinvest. They delay upgrades. They say no to things others say yes to. But fast forward 10 or 20 years, and the roles often reverse completely. Earning money creates income. Building wealth creates options. That distinction changes how every decision is made. When you rely only on earned income, your lifestyle is fragile. One disruption, job loss, illness, industry change, and everything is at risk. That's why high earners often feel more stressed than low earners. They have more to lose. Wealth creates resilience. It absorbs shocks. It buys time. It gives you room to think instead of react. Here's a question worth pausing on. If you stopped working tomorrow, how long would your income continue? Your answer tells you whether you're earning money or building wealth. Another key difference lies in how money is used. People focused on earning money use income primarily for consumption, rent, food, lifestyle, entertainment, upgrades. Money comes in, money goes out. The goal is comfort now. People focused on building wealth treat money as a seed. Every dollar is evaluated. Will this grow or will it disappear? Spending isn't emotional, it's strategic. That doesn't mean wealthy builders never enjoy life. It means enjoyment isn't funded at the expense of the future. This is why two people with the same income can end up in completely different places. One consumes, the other compounds. Let's talk about compounding, because this is where wealth quietly separates from income. Earning money is linear. You work, you get paid. More work equals more money, until it doesn't. Raises slow. Promotions stall. Energy fades. Wealth grows exponentially. Small gains stack on top of each other. Time becomes an ally instead of an enemy. The longer you stay consistent, the more powerful the effect becomes. This is why building wealth rewards patience and punishes impatience. Most people never experience compounding because they withdraw too early. They cash out gains, they upgrade lifestyles, they interrupt growth. Wealth builders protect compounding fiercely. They understand that the real payoff isn't in year 1 or 2, it's in year 10, 20, or 30. That's not exciting, but it's life-changing. Another hidden difference is control. When you earn money, someone else controls the terms, the schedule, the expectations, the ceiling, even the continuation of income. When you build wealth, control shifts toward you. You decide where money goes. You decide how it grows. You decide how much risk to take and when to step back. This doesn't mean wealth builders avoid work. They simply choose work that increases control rather than dependency. That's why ownership matters so much. Owning assets, owning equity, owning systems, owning ideas. Ownership separates effort from reward. When you don't own anything, your effort expires the moment you stop. When you own something valuable, effort continues paying you long after it's done. This is also why taxes feel different at each stage. Earned income is usually taxed first, then spent. Wealth income often allows money to be invested, reinvested, and optimized before taxes apply. Over decades, this difference compounds just as powerfully as returns. But schools rarely explain this, because schools are designed to prepare workers, not owners. Another crucial distinction is psychology. Earning money trains you to think short-term. Monthly bills, weekly paychecks, annual raises. The future feels abstract and distant. Building wealth forces long-term thinking. Decisions are made based on where you want to be years from now, not how you feel today. This creates discipline, not the loud, dramatic kind, but quiet consistency. Wealth builders aren't motivated every day. They're committed. Systems replace willpower. Habits replace emotion. Progress continues even when motivation fades. That's something earning-focused people often miss. They wait to feel ready. Wealth builders act because the system demands it, not because it feels good. Here's another uncomfortable truth. Earning money rewards compliance. Building wealth rewards initiative. In most jobs, following instructions is valued. Predictability is rewarded. Risk is discouraged. Wealth requires the opposite: curiosity, experimentation, responsibility, willingness to be wrong early in exchange for being right later. This is why wealth feels risky to people who've only ever earned money. It's unfamiliar, not impossible. And no, building wealth doesn't require quitting your job tomorrow. That's a myth. In reality, many wealth builders start while earning. They use earned income as fuel. They fund investments. They build side assets. They learn slowly, make small mistakes, and adjust. Earning becomes the engine. Wealth becomes the destination. You stall. Let's pause here. If your income doubled tomorrow, would you automatically be wealthier? Or just more comfortable? Wealth isn't measured by how much you make. It's measured by how long your money can support your life without you working. That's the hidden metric no one talks about. Another difference is visibility. Earning money is loud. Titles, salaries, promotions, recognition. Wealth is quiet. Balance sheets, assets, ownership structures, cash flow. That's why social media often distorts reality. People earning a lot appear successful. People building wealth often look invisible, until suddenly they're not. By the time wealth becomes obvious, it's usually already old. Wealth builders don't chase appearances, they chase sustainability. One last idea brings everything together: intentional direction. Most people earn money on autopilot. They accept the default path, follow familiar routines, and hope consistency alone will eventually turn into security. Wealth builders never rely on hope. They set direction. Every financial decision, no matter how small, is aligned with a long-term outcome. They know exactly why they're saving, investing, or saying no to certain comforts today. Wealth isn't built by dramatic moments. It's built by thousands of quiet choices made when no one is watching. And that's the part few people talk about. Not because it's secret, but because it requires patience, clarity, and self-control. Once direction replaces autopilot, money stops controlling you and starts following you instead. And finally, there's freedom. Earning money buys comfort. Wealth buys choice. Choice over time. Choice over location. Choice over who you work with, or whether you work at all. Freedom isn't about luxury. It's about control over your own life. That's the real prize. So here's the core truth. Stripped of hype. Earning money keeps you alive. Building wealth keeps you independent. One is necessary. The other is transformative. You don't need to abandon earning. You need to stop believing it's enough. The moment you shift from asking, "How can I make more money?" to "How can I make money last, grow, and work without me?" You cross a line most people never even see, and once you see that line, you can't unsee it. Because earning money pays for today, building wealth secures every tomorrow after that. That's the hidden difference, and it's the difference that quietly decides how your entire financial story ends.